It is what it is. All right, so we want to make sure we're going on all channels.
As long as they're clean.
Let me get some thumbs up. We're just trying to check the signals.
You look good on 7.
Well, this one got you turned sideways. You got to rotate it.
You got to rotate. How come you got to rotate her pad?
Which one?
Your pad.
Which one? The pad?
I rotate it. I rotate it.
All right, give us a second, guys. We're setting up. All right, thank you.
Give me time.
We have 6 folks already. Hi, y'all. 7. Y'all must have sitting around waiting. That's what I'm talking about. Come on in. Come on in. We got it for you today, baby. You already know I got my
Upside
tea.
down. Who was that upside down?
I got my tea.
Upside down.
We're upside down.
Give us a minute.
Hey,
We're setting it up. Do we look upside down on you? We get thumbs up on
It's
this
coming. It's
one.
rotating.
All right, we're working it out. We got thumbs up. Everybody's good?
We're good.
Okay. All right, we're cooking
What's
up
up,
all
Adelaide?
cylinders, I think.
What's up, Tyrone?
What's up? What's up? What's up? I think we're good. Are we good?
Roll them.
Hey friends, I can't see them.
Oh, we got some people missing over here. Hold on, we're trying to get everybody in. We got a nice panel here. Oh, we have to go back. Hold on, we see your thumbs up. Thank you guys.
We got it.
I'm out.
The game cap.
You guys are awesome.
You want to move over a little closer? I want to think you're trying to get with me.
Ooh.
We got a panel, y'all. We got a round table, so we're trying to make sure everybody's in the shot. So we're
Well,
coming.
we not all in the shop, but we good.
We good?
We good.
Saw what the best
I'm in
is
this
gonna
one.
get.
You're in the middle one.
I'm in
Okay.
this one.
We're good.
All right, so I think we're good. We're go?
Yeah.
Hi, guys. Thank you for tuning in to Talking Tea with Tika
And we'll.
All right, guys. So we're going to go back and discuss a few of the things that we missed on the last segment.
Yes.
It was relating to the instructors not dancing with the students when they're out at a set.
Yes.
Can you say anything about that? I don't think it's personal. I would like to think it's not personal, but
Well, I think that I can only speak from an instructor's position. I believe if they're going to pay their money to come to your class and learn, it's only fair that you should dance with them. Now, when you are not dancing with them, then you have to question, here we go, I'm in here, go feet down, what you're teaching them. If you feel like you're teaching them some good stuff, there should be no reason why you should not dance with them. Because let me tell you something, I believe in dancing with all of my ladies, because why? I believe that the stuff that I'm imparting to them, I trust that they're going to get a chance to get on the dance floor and do it, because honestly, let's speak, for real. I know what I'm teaching them, and they need an opportunity to exercise what they are learning on the floor.
I agree.
I mean, don't y'all agree with that? I mean, because, you know, if I dance with someone that I don't teach, I can't honestly say what they know, so I'm taking a chance when I try to throw a specific move on them that they may not know. But what I do know, I know that the ones that I'm teaching, I know they're going to know it. So when an instructor don't dance with their students, that's personally, you got to talk to your instructor. At the end of the day, talk to your instructor and find out why are you spending your money with them to learn, but yet they won't dance with you.
Well, I'll say, I'm sorry. Let me say this. When I first started, Will, and some other folks were, I was under their instruction, but Will was the main one at that time. I actually used to run from him because I was intimidated by him. Not that I didn't trust, but you know, when you're new, you're like, oh, I don't, because I feel like I'm gonna be, it's the teacher. You know, he's gonna be looking at every move I make, so I would run. I was scared. So a lot of times that may be it. It may be you, and maybe not your instructor.
That's true.
Maybe kind of think about it that way. They're available, you know, to you, but you may have to go run and get that dance. Don't be afraid to go and ask for that dance. I think a lot of times, sometimes when we're newer in the stepping world, we don't want to go ask for a dance, but it's completely okay for you to get up and go ask someone.
That's correct.
Let me just say that.
I agree with
Y'all
that.
agree with that?
I agree. If y'all can hear us real well, give us some thumbs up so you can hear us. I'm not going to do what I usually do, is call your names out, because we want to keep interrupting while people are talking. So we see you joining. So thank you for joining. So that's awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so,
So we're gonna introduce the panel for those who just coming in. We did it already. We're gonna do it again.
all right, so on this side,
Hi, I'm Nicole Wilburn.
What's up, Nicole?
Thanks for having me.
where are you from, Nicole?
Well, I currently reside in Cartersville, Georgia.
Born. Where were you born?
Okay, born in Detroit, Michigan.
Okay.
All right, Navy brat, lived in Norfolk, Virginia, lived in Maine, lived in Waukegan, Illinois.
Goodness.
And from Illinois, I came down here to.
Military brat.
Yeah.
I understand.
Well,
That's what we call them.
Welcome, thank you
Yeah.
for talking tea with us. Who do we have here?
Hi, and I'm Felicia Clay. I am originally from Atlanta, Georgia Peach.
Hello,
Yes,
Felicia.
Y'all know this dude, this is
Are you
good.
coming to me?
I'm Latika. I guess we'll go around this way. Let's leave her last.
Okay. Hello, everybody. It's my name is Mykel. Originally, Mykel Sampson. Everybody knows me as DJ Samsonite, and I'm originally, from New York, Bronx, New York. But I've been in Atlanta for 18 years, so this is home for right now.
Welcome.
Thank y'all for inviting me.
What's up, Samsonite?
What's up, man? My man, DJ brother, right here.
This is gonna be interesting. Go ahead. Who do I have beside me?
Greetings, everyone. My name is Erica, but I am affectionately known as Lady in Me because all of my social media is Lady in Me. And my dance name is Black Swan, given to me by her, Ahimacho. I hope I pronounced that right. I am a novice in the stepping community, and I'm very fortunate and grateful to be here with you all today. Thank you for the invite.
Can you hear her? Cause she's meek and mild.
She's very soft.
Good? Okay, we got that. And I'm sure it's gonna change. In just a moment, we'll be able to hear her.
And to footnote that I too am from New York. I'm a Harlemite, so I consider myself peach skin with an apple core.
Okay, and once again,
I'm Tika. I'm actually from Atlanta. I'm a Georgia Peach as well. Grady. Let me tell you something. If you were born in another hospital, I don't think you're official.
Please.
That's my thing. It's my own personal thing. It may not be really what's like.
Granny babies, don't get it twisted. Granny babies.
All right.
and I'm Will from a little place you've never in your life heard of. It's called South Boston, Virginia.
What?
South Boston, Virginia.
Oh, South. Oh, so you say
South
So you say
Boston,
How far is that
Virginia.
from North?
4 hours.
Oh,
Yeah, 4 hours. So I'm originally a country boy, and I'm still country.
that you are.
Okay.
I ain't taking
All
that.
right, guys. So let's get started.
Yes.
You know our goal is to always try to keep this show 30 minutes. It never works.
Yes.
Okay.
It never works, but we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so the subject tonight is relations versus friendships.
Yes.
Okay. I just looked at you.
Hey, I already told y'all.
Okay. So the reason why so let's make sure we stay on subject.
Yes. Yes.
Relations versus friendship. This is not meaning you're cheating on a wife or cheating on a husband. That's not what this is. What we're speaking of is not only in the stepping community. This is Felicia. She's not a stepper. I know she loves it because she is a girl from mine. So she
I
sees
think
it.
I can step though. Wait a minute.
And her mind, when you get a few drinks, you can step. I mean, I'm just doing anything she can do. But I wanted to have a variety of people because this is everywhere. It's just not the stepping community, it's the community at large. So it's relations versus friendship.
Yes.
My thought behind this subject was, can you be in a friendship with someone of the opposite sex, of course, have sex with them, and your friendship remain the same?
No.
Hell
No, that's not gonna happen.
No.
That's not gonna happen.
No.
Okay, now when I posed this question out at a set, I was told that you need to grow up, baby. There's such thing called a maintenance man. He's just a maintenance man. He comes over, do a little unclogging of some pipes, and he go on where he gotta go. So we still cool.
Well, a maintenance man is not your friend though.
Right. That's a good one. That makes sense. A maintenance man is not your friend.
friend.
But maybe not your best friend. So if you're doing it as a best friend and you mix the two, that changes the dynamics just a little bit of that relationship. You still have that friendship, that intimacy, but once you cross or go into the sexual realm, he may still be feeling the same. And as they say, females, of course, are more emotional.
True.
So it may be, I love you, before we even had the sexual relationship, I love you because you are my friend, you're my boy. I can tell you anything, we kick it, we go out together. But now once the intimacy and the sexual interaction takes place, I might be looking at you, can this work? Is he everything that I want?
But
It's
that's
just
from
me,
your
so-
pers-
That's
okay.
just from my perspective. Now, on the flip side, and I think I may have mentioned this, if you do cross that boundary and you have sex and it's whack, you can go back to being friends because I'm not gonna wanna be with you in that way anymore. Let's just speak on it. But now, if the sex is off the chain, you might, as they say, I'm digmatized. Okay,
But you don't want to be friends then.
I might want something more.
Right.
So therefore, I'm looking at him in a different way. My lens has now been changed. The filter is now removed because now I might be trying to make him into something else that even though I know we're good, we're compatible and everything else, but okay, now we added this was just the icing on the cake. Why can't we take it to the next level?
But
then
I want to make you
I'm
understand from the
sex
beginning, it was, this is just, we just
This
gonna
is just
do
fun.
this.
Right.
It's not,
Right.
we ain't getting no feelings, we're just going to do this. So if your feelings get attached,
But I might already have, okay, then you also have to take into consideration, if I already have love for my friend because it's my friend,
Right.
okay? You might have love for your friend. I guess there's different levels of friendship that you may have, so it depends. If this is my boy, I have love, deep love, or if this is just someone that I'm hanging with and I'm just cool with.
so
And
you
it's
don't
like
think
so
you can be,
different.
again, you don't think you can have a friendship and mix it with a little bit of pleasure.
That's friends with benefits, and it can happen, but as I stated, if it's whack, I'm not giving him anymore. He's not gonna be.
But
able
are you gonna
partake.
look at him differently
I
as
want
a
to look at
friend?
him differently as a friend.
I would, I would, because I'd be
But
like,
that's just-
dude, you,
just
I mean,
me.
how can we even be friends?
Are you
Like,
sure?
But I'm not gonna let the sex ruin my friendship because it was bad. I just know I'm not gonna cross that. And then if we were tipsy, I'm gonna blame it on the alcohol.
So what you're saying is then, so from an emotional standpoint, if it's good, then some kind of attachment is likely going to take place because you already have love for that person.
That's for me.
I understand. I said, so what you are saying,
Yes.
yeah, okay, make sure we stay clear. So what you are saying. Now, but on the other hand, if it's not good, then did you just go back to being,
We're gonna remain the same, like, oh, I can't believe this happening.
I still
It
don't
may be a
understand.
little awkward.
I'm
at
about to
first.
say,
It's gonna be
there
a
we
little
go.
awkward.
There we go. That's
But
what I'm
I'm
reaching
not
for.
going to lose my friendship with him because that happened.
Okay.
So it may be somewhat awkward for a week or two, but then
okay,
So you're
so,
saying you gotta get over that time period.
or it's not that long of a time period.
I was just saying.
No way. You promise only, well, you know what? Can you,
They are not beneficial
they are not
friends.
can you please unblock him?
Wait, can somebody block Candyman?
Okay, go ahead. Speak up so they can hear you now.
Well, I'm speaking from someone who's never had the experience of a maintenance man, nor have I had sex with a friend before. I don't have casual sex, and I'm not passing any judgments. It's just I'm a demisexual, which means I only develop sexual feelings once there's some sort of camaraderie, once there's an emotional attachment. So I've never, but that's the reason.
So you have done a just the cause. Okay.
No, so we're either in a relationship, or I was married, or, this is my first time since I was 24 being single. So, and it's been almost a year. So
Okay.
I've never had a maintenance man. Because I feel like if it's someone that I feel like we have compatibility, then we would be in a relationship, not just a physical intimacy type of thing. Although, after listening to my dear sister talk, I might be inclined to reconsider, but I mean, I'm wrong.
You can't get involved, you get involved.
I gotta take this hat off.
That being said, I do believe that I believe in soul ties, and once you're intimate with someone, then there are biochemical things that happen within a woman that create that attachment. So I do believe that once you cross that line, things are forever different, whether you want to admit that or not.
Very well said.
I agree. Well spoken.
Samsonite.
Samsonite?
I agree with Lady and me that I mean, from a guy's perspective, to me, because I have a lot of female friends that I grew up with in my lifetime, and some of them were girlfriends, and we're still friends to this day. Although they're married with children and stuff, we're still friends to this day. We know what happened in the past, but because of the situations and stuff like that, we're not going there. You understand what I'm saying? But we friends. We lifelong friends. And I just think if the woman is a lifelong friend, you don't want to mess that up by crossing that line. So it's a decision of, out of a guy. Do you want to deal with that or do you not want to deal with that? Most of the time I don't want to deal with no drama, so I'm not going to cross that line.
Okay, so well, why would it be drama?
This is drama, baby.
Okay, so let me go back because
I'm just saying, just like y'all said, can you deal with that if you cross that line with your friend? Because that person, from a guy, that's your friend. Y'all done, she probably knows secrets with you. She knows, your background. She might know your family, your sisters, your brothers, your children and stuff like that. And you cross that line, do you want the awkwardness, like you said? I'm saying time takes care of everything and it'll heal everything, but what happens during that time? Do you want to speculate just for some booty? Come on now. So that's how I think about it that way. Do I really want to mess up my friendship? Possibly mess it up for an hour?
Are we friends?
Okay, the tea, please.
My uncle like that
It's
picture
real
of
at the table.
My uncle like that
But still though, a maintenance man and friends are two different things. I think first of all, we use the friendship a little loosely and define it who's our friend. Because really, if you're my friend, then we really ain't gonna cross that way because I would never even look at you sexually, first of all, if you're truly my friend. Now, then too on the flip side, because I went to high school, I had to throw that out for my Trojans.
Oh my God, that was shameless.
And my Trojans had plenty of fine men there.
Okay.
But still, you look at them, you think, hey, boy, what's going on? I ain't seen you in a minute, whatever, you looking good, whatever. But still, if you my buddy, I ain't looking at you like that. I don't want that because, again, I want your friendship at the end of the day. I'm going to treasure that a little bit more. Now, if I just saw you in passing, or whatever, hey, how you doing? Now, then that's something different when you talk about now, here's a maintenance man, it's somebody we just met. And, okay, I kind of like you, but we got a sexual attraction to each other.
Okay.
But we're not feeling each other on any other thing. So the sex may just be the bomb. So no, brother, when I'm in need or you in need, call me. You're not calling me like all the time. That's what a maintenance man is, just somebody that calls every now and then, not on the regular.
Okay.
Wait, I thought a maintenance man was somebody y'all call.
Okay, so for those that just joining, we're talking friendship versus relationship. For those that are just joining, friendship versus relationship. So what you were saying is a maintenance man is someone that you really, maybe like a one night stand, that may turn into, hey, how you doing? Give each other's number. And maybe every now and then we just hook up. Right. So we never become friends. Right. You just simply just the maintenance man when I have a need and I'm tired of just a sexual pleasure.
Okay, well maybe I'm missing something. Now the other thing I guess I would like to bring about is like when you start to become friends, like say how we are currently in the community, the Steppers community, you come across many of people. Now there could be some times where you might be, one person may be attracted to the other, and then you end up forming some type of you're an acquaintance first, and then you develop a friendship. But one or the other might like the other, okay? But then, as they say, well, the female might put that man in the friend zone, but that man don't want to be in the friend zone. Okay, so there's different ways of looking at it. And then that one night, after you're stepping all night long, no, it's not. I like to play devil's advocate. Okay. But if you are out and about and as we always do, we party till wee hours of the morning, and we're say out of town, so we're in the hotel. And it just so happened. Now you know he know he want to get with you, but you have him in the. It's not my story. It is not my story.
Hey, all talk. I want to hear this. I'm trying to hear this.
I'm just saying, he was on the female side. He was placed in the friend zone, but on his side, he's talking. So you develop a relationship over the months and the months and the months. So now that female is comfortable with this man.
But you're still not friends, though.
But no, you can be friends. You're friends because I put you in.
So you said from a community standpoint, we are stepping friends, but we are not friends per se.
Right, I know you, but we're good. We're down, and that one night, okay, we go back to the room. It could be a couple of people that go back to the room, but it just so happened like how this all started, friendship versus relationship.
Right.
It happened.
Okay.
Okay, so now how does that factor in? I just looked at him as a friend, but it happened, but he perhaps wanted something a little bit more. So I guess my question is on the male perspective.
Okay.
Okay? Because I know you guys get put in a friend zone, or used to get put in a friend zone quite a bit. How does that make you feel when you know that you're attracted to that woman, and is it that you're just buying your time to see if you can get that big toe or pinky toe in the door to get... Why are you looking at me like that?
No, I'm just saying.
How big is the toe?
Hold on.
Oh my God.
That's a whole other
Okay. Hold on. The reason why I was looking at you like that, Nicole, I'm hearing what you're saying.
Okay.
But I'm going from a guy's perspective. Guys always have their agenda. Right. They know what their agenda is.
Exactly.
The thing is he know what his agenda is. Stop playing. We old enough. We grown folk. Stop playing. If you want what you want, you need to just tell that woman what you want.
Okay.
And be done with it.
But now that you say that though, but why is it that a man cannot do that?
Some men
because
can.
most of them don't.
Most of them don't because that's them. I don't know how they are. That's certain. I know how I am.
Okay.
Okay.
And for me, I speak when I was single.
Okay.
I simply said, I'm not trying to be your friend, so we just squash that now.
Exactly.
See, and I put it out there front.
Wait.
I'm gonna tell you.
You wouldn't want to be the person's friend.
No,
just because
because I'm not. When I know, if I know my agenda, see, as Samson just said, when I know my agenda is to, succeed, I'm gonna be upfront and say, hey, oh no, I'm not trying to be your friend, so don't try to put me in no friend zone. Because I'm gonna tell you front, it's not happening. So I'm gonna be upfront with that.
But you can't be attracted to a woman and not have sexual relations with her, because if she might already be in a relationship and that's all, she doesn't want anything from you like that. So you're saying you would basically just squash even having a friendship?
No, I'm gonna still talk to him and laugh and joke with you, but you understand that laughing and joking is never from a friendship standpoint. Because I know I'm gonna be your friend.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
I wanna be the maintenance
Okay.
man.
What Will is saying is true. Okay, first of all, yes, you have to have a conversation with a woman. You have to, you got to get that, the conversation going, understanding where you come from, where she come from, so on and so. But what Will is saying is true. You need to just look. I get it. If you with somebody, I'm not even gonna mess with, because I'm telling you, I was trying to holler at you. But you with somebody, I'm gonna respect that, because I wouldn't want somebody to be, hollering at my lady like that. But I get you. But now you know my agenda in case you break up. You know where I'm at.
Andrea, you are so true. A woman does know within the first, I don't even need 2 minutes, whether or not if you're sexually attracted to a man.
Right.
So I know when I look and I feel that sexual energy, he can.
Okay, it's the
But
same thing.
I'm not gonna act on it. I just know.
It's the same thing with a guy. Y'all just don't act on it. Some men step back. They want to play that player role. They want to play the player role, and they'll come holler at you, buy you the drink, take you out a couple times, whatever it may be. Right. But look, enough of that nowadays, man. We grown people. We grown now.
Oh, so y'all don't want to buy meals no more?
No.
That's something that's common nowadays too.
Right. That's I mean, we go hang out, have a good time. So I'm not saying be a gentleman
Okay,
like you supposed to be.
So the maintenance man buy dinners?
No.
Some of them do.
Some do.
Some will.
Okay, so that means that, okay, to me, that's different.
dinner, cause you just what you want.
But see, that's where you putting it. That's where you putting that person at. Some maintenance men want to be the gentleman
Why
type.
don't you punish yourself?
Huh?
Because
I'm just saying, because I consider myself to be a good guy. I really, truly do consider myself to be a good guy. Okay? I was there, I was married one time, but I consider myself to be a good guy. And I do the right thing. I was raised the right way to do the right thing. But at the same time, I have my own mentality in the sense, if I want to tap or smash, as they would say today, I'm just gonna let you know. Look, let's cut this all out. Let's go.
May I add something to that? Something you mentioned earlier, you said most men aren't honest. And what I find that the majority, the lion's share of the men that I meet nowadays are very forthright with what they want. They don't beat behind the bush. They don't tell you, I'm interested in a relationship. I want friends with benefits. They're very candid with what they want. And I don't know if it's just a sign of the times, but it's been my experience that most men are very candid with what they want and what they desire.
Absolutely.
Some of them are talking and running games too. Right. Because some of them, in my experience, is as though.
You see the vibes?
I'm sorry.
she stopped bouncing her eyes for you.
It's like they want to tell you what you want to hear.
Absolutely.
Okay? I don't need someone to come around me and say, I want to marry you. I don't want to hear that and I just met you. I don't want to hear that you love me and I just met you.
Right.
You have love for me. Okay, but we just met 2 days ago.
Okay, well,
Somebody said just drop a comment.
No.
And then the message is clear.
let me throw a little piece in there. We had a viewer inbox today and said, how do you deal with, okay, so people in the scene may know, I'm bringing it to the scene just a little bit, Felicia. People in the scene may know a certain thing about a certain person. They may say, oh, that guy there, he's been with several of them. Or that girl there, she's easy. High school stuff. Everybody kind of know everything about somebody else. All right. Her question was, how do you not go too far? Say, for instance, I'm married, you're in a committed relationship.
Okay.
We're dancing, and the whole time we're doing carousels. You getting free fields and all kind of stuff. Okay? All right? Now, what if that guy is known on the scene as a maintenance man?
Okay.
Now, they see me dancing with, he's not one, I'm just saying, a maintenance man. How do you feel what, then you got the drama that goes along with it. Then somebody think y'all smashing, you're not smashing. Then it's like, okay, so, how do you get around those type of things, perceptions?
Okay, well, let me just say this here. I think, unfortunately, and if that's the best word, unfortunately, I know this don't, and I like I said, this is one of those shows I say all the time. If you got thin skin, turn it off now.
Right.
I'm gonna put it out. If you got thin skin, turn it off.
Turn on something else.
Turn on something else. Come back in about 5 minutes. Come back in 5 minutes.
2 minutes.
Let me just say this here. I personally think that because we don't curse on this show, I'm gonna keep it clean. We gonna make sure we don't curse. But we got too many immature people out there. And at the end of the day, I've been in this community 6 years now. And I really don't give a darn, for lack of better words, to put out there. I don't give a darn what no one else is doing. I mind William and I move on. And I think what's going to happen in this community, everybody, because you have no business of your own, that you always in someone else's business about what they're doing, who they living with, who they sleeping with. Let me tell you something. I'll tell you something funny. I don't call no names, and we don't call names. I was at this club one night, and I was standing there, and this guy came up to me and started talking to me. He said, "Hey man, isn't that lady over there married?" I said, "I don't know." He said, "Well, is the guy she with, is that her husband?" And I said, "Hey, come here for a minute." I called her over there. I said, "Hey, he got a question for you." I said, because I'm not gonna be the middleman. I said, so he has some questions about if you are married, if that's your husband. He has some questions. Can you please answer his questions? Because I'm not your husband, I'm not your brother, and it's not my place to answer that. He looked at me with this shocked look. And I said, hey, I took the middleman out. She right there. Why come to me when she's right there?
You can ask for yourself.
Ask for yourself. You want to know these things? Well, ask. And so, well, needless to say, this person never asked me any questions anymore about anybody in the community. So we got to grow up in this community and not just in stepping ballroom. I'm talking in life, period. We've got to grow up and stop and stay out of other people. Get our own business so we can stay out of someone else's business.
I think that is
You know, and that's the only way. That's the only way. And let me just say this right here, and I'm telling you, if we as a community start doing that, when somebody start asking you questions, say, hold on for a minute. Hey, come here for a minute. They got some questions for you. And that'll shut all of that down. When people start talking to me, I was up time me to get up and walk away, go dance. Oh, if I go to the bar, I walk away. Because I'm not trying to be a part of that.
Right.
And it's happening a lot. I know I had another question. You know, you have people that may ride to the sets together.
Okay.
Maybe opposite sex. But they may ride together because they live pretty close together. I live very far, but I'm close to Will and Tanya. So there may be some times where maybe Tanya doesn't want to go. I know she doesn't have a problem with me riding with Will. I mean,
right.
Come on. And I don't guess my husband.
Why you gotta look like that?
He threatens everybody. Because that's why. Because he over there looking at me going, you ain't asking me, can you ride with Will? I haven't even, whatever. So what I'm saying is when you see somebody pull up, they carpooling, but you going back in the inside of the set going, did you see so-and-so riding with someone? We gotta stop. Even if now what if that person has a reputation?
But let me just say something. Hold on. Let me say this. I'm gonna say this again. Because I'm gonna say this hands down. I was given a bad rap about what I was doing and who I was doing. And the funny thing was, that was never true. But see, you can't stop people from talking. I'm simple. And get this here, this is going to be good for everybody. I've learned that as long as you're talking about me, good or bad, you keep me relevant.
Come on, praise.
You keep me relevant.
Praise.
I'll never die out as long as you talk about me, good or bad. I'm gonna be in somebody's presence all because of you. Now, what I don't do is I don't combat what people say, good or bad, because at the end of the day, until you get the ability to give me life every day when I get up, when you start paying my bills. Then, when I want to take these trips and when I like going long distance places, I like going on cruises, when you start paying for these things, then you got something to say. Until then, I really don't care what you say, and I don't try to combat it. Because a mouth will say anything.
That's a drop the mic. That's a drop the mic. And I know I had my daughter, she's not, but how old are you, 25, 24? She said earlier today, she said, just because you see someone riding with someone, you assume something, but don't make them be you. You might be the type that be riding with somebody up to some dirt, but don't think the other woman, the other man in the car is up to something. They not you. They're not you. So we just got off live. Let's go here. Which one we're live on here?
We're live.
Get Tika back live, man. Hit that up.
You're going to have to do something else.
Get
But
right
we're going to
up.
keep talking.
Yeah, we good. Get right up.
Yeah, we have a couple of right there. Mine is on too.
Okay.
We still good.
So we're still good.
We're good.
All right. So what else do we want to hit on with this relationship thing? I wanted to kind of talk about a married person that may be a stepper, and then or in a relationship, just be a relationship. You're not a stepper, okay? What if you were dating someone that is a stepper?
Okay.
And we party all the time.
You go live.
How would you feel about that? Would you feel that you would need to go? Do you feel that, what would be your feelings on that? Would you trust them right off? Or would you kind of tell me, being a non-stepper, and if your man was a stepper?
Well, to me,
We good.
it doesn't really, if he's a stepper or not a stepper, but the scenario is he's a stepper. Depends on what our relationship is and at that time. And whether or not if he invites me and say, hey baby, we're going stepping night, would you like to come? That is something totally different. Now, if you're always going out stepping and you never want me to come, then I'm gonna have a problem with that. Because now I wanna know, why can't I come? But if you ask me, then I'm be like, okay, no baby, you go on, I don't wanna step tonight. You're going to have a good time with your friends. I'm okay. But it only becomes when you do not include me in what you
In
have
what
going
you're
in your
doing.
life, then
Okay.
I have a problem with that.
Okay, so now, let's say you decide to go to one of the sets. Now, your man comes in because your man is a stepper, or he's out on the scene, we know him.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
We come up and we speak to him, we hug, because we're huggers too. This
Mhm.
community is huggers. We hug the men and the women. It's nothing, it's just what we do.
Right.
How should the woman address you, or was it necessary for them to acknowledge or address you? They don't know you. Is it their position to address you, or is it your man's position to make that introduction?
Well, we can look at it 2 ways. First of all, we look at it as just a respect thing. And if you walk into a room, then of course you should be the one to speak. But if you're in the room and somebody comes in and you're with your man or whatever, talking or whatever, and they come up, hey, how you doing? You know, well, hey, how you doing? I would expect you to speak.
Okay,
So
but
you
see,
just don't
sometimes
speak to my
they're
man.
not even thinking about, like, I'm just saying.
Mhm.
Sometimes, you know, you're in the set, it's so many people,
Mhm.
you just hugging, you don't realize they with you, we just hugging. But now, when I see him, he may bring you with you, but I feel something from you. Like, who is that? Oh, that's your wife, I know you married. I had it happen to me a
Yeah,
lot.
but then I'm gonna have a problem.
With who?
I'm gonna have a problem with her and him. But first, I'm gonna check him first, because you always gotta check the man first. Don't check
Say
the
that.
woman.
Oh,
Say
But
that.
let me say this here.
Right
But
there.
you key in on something. You key in on something real important, because it is really is the responsibility of the person that's within the community.
Yes.
If you bring your woman into the community, or if you bring your man into the community, it's the responsibility of the person that's in the community to introduce the person they're bringing. Because if you don't, then you open up the door for confusion and problems.
Right. This is true.
You know, and I can call a name. I can remember one fella, good friend of mine. And so his lady was sitting down. This guy came and asked her to dance, which was a walking song. And I had to do everything I could to talk to this, you know, I had to get this young man's attention, because this man was ready to go break some necks and break some arms.
Well,
And I finally got his attention. And so then what I said was, I had to go, then I went and talked to his woman and told her, listen, it's your responsibility to, first of all, I said, hold on, wait a minute. Hey, this is my husband. Hey, my man, this is dude. And vice versa. Because if you don't do that, because let me just say this here. Believe it or not, for those that's been in the stepping world now, it ain't even involved on. This is a whole entire different world. Because it's not normal to see guys walking with a woman, or in this thing we call it slow dragging back then, we call it walking, we move around the dance floor. It's not the norm for you to be walking with someone that's not your woman or your man. That's not the norm. On top of that, women come, especially when you got a guy and women keep coming, asking him to dance, because first off, we're short on men. So that woman who doesn't understand the culture, or a man don't understand the culture, but some man walking with his woman, that could become real dicey. But once you get into the community and you start learning the behavior, then it becomes like, oh shoot, whatever.
Just ain't a big deal.
Right, you understand the
You
protocol
see?
of the dance of the community. You understand.
Right.
You got a better feeling for it.
Yes.
And then you won't get
Yes.
crazy on it.
You won't.
But if you new to the community, and I've seen it, you knew, and
Yes.
they're like, I just do dance with my woman like that. They're like, whoa,
Right.
you know, I've seen it, and then like Will said, you gotta explain things sometimes if it's not already explained.
Right, you have to explain that to that woman or to that man, so
Right.
they won't walk into something blindly.
Right.
Because if not, they walking in. Because let me tell you something. I walk into a club. Let's say my lady go out. She out. All of a sudden, I'll come later on. So I come into the club, into where we dancing at, and I see her in the arms of another man. When I don't understand what's going on, I'm like, whoa, what? Excuse me, what in the world is this? But you have to explain that.
But let me just say something, bro. I had a friend, wanted her to come into the stepping community to understand what I was doing, because she was always asking questions. And I was like, well, you need to come. You need to come and see what I do.
Right.
You need to come and see what I'm dealing with. You got to come and understand the culture and what I'm dealing with. And I've already explained to her, men dance with women, other women, people's wives, people's girlfriends. That's what they do. It's not nothing bad about it. They know, because that's the culture of the community. But she couldn't get it. She didn't get it. when she actually came and saw me dancing with different people, I was like, yeah, these are different. It's just that person's married, that person has a girl, a husband, that person has a boyfriend.
Exactly.
This person is single. I'm like, yeah, she couldn't do it.
So being a single woman, do you, and I know you'll do it all the time, when you want to dance with my husband, you'll come and say, well, y'all know y'all family now, so y'all don't have to do it. But I know before y'all really got an opportunity to really know us, you will come to me and say, oh, you may bet, you know, me look my way and say, and I know what you're saying. Do you find that necessary, even like, especially when you're going out of town?
Absolutely. I think as a woman, it's a respect thing. So if I want to dance with someone's husband or boyfriend, or even if you're just sitting together and I don't know what the nature of the relationship is, I'll say hi to her first and I'll ask her, is it all right if I dance with so?
Absolutely.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I've yet to dance with Tariq, and I asked his wife last year if it was all right.
She getting around to it. I think she said, yeah, I'm sure.
She
But
did.
yeah,
She said
yeah.
it was okay, but I think it's incumbent upon women, and I think that's also how you keep the culture of sisterhood alive and well
Yes.
as well. Women,
Yes.
we have to respect each other, and if you ask first, and then there comes a time, like now, I don't necessarily have to ask Latika if I can dance with my wrestle, because I've already established that rapport.
Exactly.
But I did date and was date someone in the community at one point, and we went out to dance together for the first time, and it was disastrous.
Really?
And although I understand the culture, although he understands the culture, when we went out together, it was a full-blown disaster because, you know, I think we hadn't really talked about, well, what's going to happen if someone asks you to dance, and if they dance with you more than once, and if they dip you, or if they are walking with you. So there's a lot of nuances to this dance that I think people that have been entrenched in it for a long time kind of forget. And I didn't grow up slow dragging. I didn't grow up close dancing with anyone. So this is all, I know, but this is all very new to me, and I'm still struggling with the closeness of the dance. I'm still struggling with having someone touch the small of my back, or trying to walk with someone, and I know that they're in a relationship. That's very, very awkward to me still, even though I know it's just a dance. But then there's also a part to this that I think we don't like to admit, that it's not always just the dance.
That's true.
Speak.
That's true. That's true.
And
No, that's true.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you're right. So let me ask you, if you are dancing with someone that seems to be just a little bit too much, and we know what that is.
Right.
You know, we have those guys that we know they just, now, sweetheart, you did not have to just do that many carousels or ropes, whatever. How do you address that? Do you say something to him during the dance? Do you pull them to the side later, or do you just avoid dancing with them, period?
you know, and
You can speak on that. If you was with that, just, come on, you don't have to be a stepper to know that. You
No,
know.
if you keep touching me, no, we don't stop dancing. Right.
So you wouldn't address it?
No, I would ask him to stop, yeah, of course. I mean, I don't, even though I don't step, I've been out, and it's funny, because I just told my friend girl about this the other day. I went out to Taboo dancing one night, and the guy just kept touching and feeling it. I'm like, what the heck are you doing?
Right.
And he whispers in my ear, I'm trying to find out if you have panties on. I'm like,
What? Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest. Some things like that have been said to me when I was new in stepping, because they didn't know my story. So there are some people that will go too far. My husband.
What is it about the type? What is it about the type?
I think he literally lost his mind.
you're not going
Right
back no
there.
more. You don't
I'm
have to.
just gonna stand here. But my thing is, do you address it on the floor?
Yep.
Do you go tell your significant other, hey, you know, so and so was a little flirty. That's gonna cause a bigger problem.
Hey, well, what's funny is, you know, and I'm on,
What's up, man?
Mac, you're right. Fred and Mac, you're correct. If you don't want someone with your woman or a lady friend stepping, it's not the place to go. It's a dance, and that's true.
That is
statement.
true.
That's very true. I'm gonna tell you now, and the first thing I tell anybody, this dance is close and personable, like it or not. It's an intimate dance, like it or not. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, you have to come. You also have to keep it in perspective, saying, when I get done dancing with you, for this 3 to 5 minutes, guess what? This 3 to 5 minutes of fame and fun. When I get done, I'm moving. I'm going on. You are afterthought.
But what if okay, I get that. But what if she comes back and they dance again? That's, to me, when it's like 2 and 3 dances, it's
Let me say
it can be
this.
creating a problem.
Are you saying
It's-
for married or for those in a
I
committed
mean-
relationship, there's a certain number of dances that they can give to a certain female? Is it a 2 dance minimum? Well,
let me say this.
Don't let me catch you dancing.
I
just get one dance.
Look at that totally different.
But
I
listen
can only
to
get
this,
one
though.
dance, but I've been there for 5 hours. I can only dance. I can only dance with Will just one time the whole night.
You better find somebody else.
And there you have it.
But here's to understand, and also you gotta also keep in mind perspective though. If now, let's just be honest. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go.
Want to hear it? Here it go.
Now, if you got a good dance and you are flowing and many times you can see if you got a hot song on and you and this person rocking it out, then at this point we know this is all about this adrenaline moving. But on the flip side, you look at this person, you dancing, and it's really, you can almost kind of see the dance like, why are you dancing with her again? Because you can almost see that
it's a little,
it ain't nothing really. It ain't nothing about her dance. Ain't nothing special going on. She just kind of on the dance floor. But if you out there, you popping in some crazy moves, you doing some, wilding out with the dance, you keep flowing right into because the songs, especially DJs mix them in real good, you flow. But after that, you keep moving. But it's when it's over, what happens is many times when it's over, that same person who really wasn't that great of a dance, because just face it, you as women, as men, you look out and kind of see men who are good dancers and women who are not, and vice versa who are. And so when you start seeing a guy dancing with a female, hey guys, I'm putting y'all out there because we do it. When you see a guy, see the little pretty lady out there, and she really barely got 3 steps in, and you stay out there all night long with her because you trying to show her how to dance, but at the same time, she's so naive because she's so really about the dance, she don't know you just really feeling on her because you trying to get free feel. Let's be real here. Because I see it all the time, I'm like, man, why the world is he dancing with that girl? Come on.
Is she with somebody?
And so I see guys do it.
okay, so keep that same scenario.
Okay.
You out there dancing, not you, but this person out there dancing with a woman. She's there with someone that you don't know that she's there with someone.
Right.
All right? Now the man over there soaking his pissed.
Right.
But it'd be her job to say, you can't keep touching on me. Like doing that dance
Absolutely.
or...
First of all, and let me just be real. What should happen at that point, she needs to realize that, let me tell you like this, Sam. I have a woman, bottom line. Now, even when we are out and about, even out of town somewhere, and when I go off dancing, I might disappear somewhere in the crowd dancing. But I already know 2 or 3 songs, I'm headed my way back to my woman to check on her to make sure she's. I'm not going to stay gone. Even though women might grab me and say, "Hey," I said,
That's right.
I'll come back to you. Not only that, also when you understand as female and women, male and female, when you understand that your significant other has a favorite song.
Right.
You need, even though somebody's trying to get you on that song, now if I look up and see my significant other dancing, somebody on the got her, boom, I'm going to dance. But if she's, no, I'm not going to leave her that long.
Right.
So it's a foolish man or woman to leave their significant other for long periods of time. I don't care whether you're local or away.
Now let me ask this question. I've kind of noticed this too. Say for instance, if you have your woman with you and they, y'all together and there's this other woman that seems to have some type of attraction to you. But then that woman started throwing shade to your woman. Like she don't even speak no more. Like why don't you speak? Like what's the problem? How do we fix that, ladies? Hello? Because see, now to me, it's more like a sisterhood type thing. And now we just hating on each other just because you might like you got some kind of feeling for my man, but now you throwing it my way. But we used to be cool. Why we not cool no more? Or is it something else?
Well,
I know you get it because you cute.
I think.
You know,
No, but I know I had a small situation similar to that, and the gentleman thought that I wasn't speaking to this woman, and that just really wasn't the case. And I'll you know, so y'all know I wear contacts, so there are times where I come in and I do my darndest to speak to every single body, and I promise you I do my darndest to say hi to everybody. But there have been times where I have walked right past a person and they'll grab me. Girl, what get? And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. So I say that to say this. Just because someone doesn't speak, it doesn't mean that they're throwing shade, it doesn't mean that they're hating. It could very well be that they don't see you, that a song is coming on, I'm trying to get this man so I can get this dance in. It may not be that I'm purposely not speaking to you, or I'm purposely throwing shade or hate or whatever the case may be. We're human and we make mistakes.
so what if it's all the time?
Well, then that's a
Then that's
different
an
situation.
Right, that's a good point.
That's
I
definitely.
mean, sometimes it's all the time. Like, okay, we were cool.
Right.
So do you
But
talk
now-
about it? So basically, that, to me, a conversation needs to take
In my
place.
situation, the gentleman took the lead on that,
Right.
had a conversation with me, we nipped it in the bud,
Right.
and we're great.
Exactly.
But again, the gentleman took the lead on that and squashed it.
But if you're saying for the sisterhood, I think is a matter, if you're feeling that someone's treating you or throwing shade at you and it's now different, it's awkward, I think we're all grown enough
They-
that
I
you
was
should be
gonna
able
say
to
that.
go and speak to that other person to find out.
Is this?
No, it's not.
I'm just making sure.
So if you have fault with your brother, you need to just go ahead and ask the question. Let's clear the air, and then we can move on.
Y'all hear that, Seven Community?
Yes,
We need to start addressing stuff and addressing it
Yeah.
respectfully.
Yes, sir.
Some lemonade?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Address it, you know, respectfully. And it may not be at a set that you may need to address it. You may have to address it later.
Over tea?
Go
or
some
coffee?
tea. I mean, we have plenty of tea.
Ice cream?
But I think it needs to be discussed because it happens a lot. We
Yeah.
try to avoid it. But in the community, we're together way too much.
That's
This
true.
much stuff go on.
That's
Like
true.
every week.
That's true.
You
That's
hear
very
of
true. Yes.
something,
Right.
somebody said something about something. I'm like, we are together every week. So deal with that.
But some things can be,
You got no wine, Freddie.
That's true, you
some
know,
things can be lost in translation too.
that's true.
And so that's why it's imperative that, well, communication, it is the key. So if I'm feeling that you're throwing something at me and I ignore it, maybe it's just that night, and I come the next, that's Thursday night, then Saturday night, I'm feeling it again, Sunday night, I feel it again, next week, I feel it again. It's on, I would say, my personality is, I'm gonna say something to you, especially if I feel that we had some type of camaraderie in the beginning, and now all of a sudden it changed.
Right.
Okay, because I don't wanna have that feeling, I wanna make sure that, are we good? Is there something I need to know?
And it's gonna be very important that you address it right.
Exactly.
Because you never know what a person's head
Right.
is
Exactly.
when you address them.
Exactly.
So I would definitely say, you know, maybe seek a little wisdom on how you need to address that person because you
What
never
I
know
do
what
is
they
this,
are.
I found the easy way to diffuse a situation is, first of all, what I do, if I come to someone and talk, I say, it could be me. So,
Yeah.
it might be me. So if it's me, I apologize ahead of time, but I'm feeling this. If it's me, just let me know it's me. But at least don't attack the person. Take ownership first that it could very well be me. And I think if we open that line of communication in that manner, I think a lot of communications and that escalated to something that it really should have never escalated into will be diffused immediately.
If you
But they
address
both
it.
have to be open and receptive and also listen.
But you know
So
what?
that's the other.
But that may be true, but for me, if I find, or if I'm feeling something with you, I pride myself on being pretty tactful. I pretty much know how to deal with people. If I go to you and I'm not received well, I have to let that go.
Right.
Exactly.
I have to be okay with, you don't have to be open. let me get it off my mind or off my heart. And if you decide to stay in that place, then I have defined our relationship. With me, it's all about defining our relationship. If you and me ain't gonna be cool, well, we just ain't gonna be cool. I'm good on friends, baby. I'm there. I need some tea.
Do me a favor, man. Hit C more on the lock.
I'm just
Like I said, I
saying.
don't agree with that. With that will about leaving my man or woman alone for long periods of time because there is trust. A man can disrespect me with my woman because
It's her responsibility.
to check in. Hit C more for me over there on the hit C more
And vice versa.
and vice versa. When he or she gets out of order, men will try you and so will women. They can't go no further than you allow it.
That's true.
And I don't disagree with that, but I think it's sometimes it's not just about trust. It's about respect. If I leave my woman and I'm out somewhere dancing, I leave her for long periods of time while I'm out there dancing with other women. It's not a trust factor, it's a respect factor. That's different. Let me tell you something. My woman go wherever she want to go. I don't have it's not that she don't trust, I don't trust her. It's a reality of why would I feel comfortable leaving her for 4, 5, 10 songs and all of a sudden I come back.
Right.
That's disrespecting her in my opinion.
Right, because why did you even bring her?
Why did I bring her with me if I was going to leave her somewhere sitting or for long periods of time? That doesn't make sense.
Right.
I laugh because
That's right. Yeah, I do. Yes. It's courteous. Very, yes, absolutely.
Freddie Mac says what? What was that?
Do any of you walk or step when you're out alone?
Of course.
No, I don't.
What was my answer?
No, I don't.
No.
Walk or step?
Well, we step along, but not walk.
I don't.
Oh.
I don't walk with
I
one
walk
woman.
when he did, walk when he not.
In the park.
This fool said in the park.
Only goddamn place you better be walking
You
in.
get him something else to drink.
Let me address that. I think that's a good question right there. Says, it's the people around you, boo, I don't trust. But see,
You can't do anything about
you
that.
can't. Let me say this here. At the end of the day, none of us can do anything about how another person feel about us. And nothing we can do about that.
Right.
You know, just because somebody like me and want to get with me, that means nothing unless I react on it.
There you go.
You know,
There you go. There you go.
so it ain't about what the person that's next to me trying. Because at the end of the day, let's face it, I'm not a fool. I believe that women and men alike are always, every now and then they are trying to get onto something. Bottom line, I'm not saying, now, let me y'all say this. I didn't say everybody. Y'all got that right. I didn't say everyone. But it does happen. So, but it's not about what the other person is trying to do. It's about what the person they're trying to do it to do. You know,
What's their
Everyone
motive?
makes choices.
it's what's
Right.
What's
yeah,
their
that's
motive?
right. Everybody has a choice.
And you can only do what the other person allow you to do.
Exactly.
You know, I've been fortunate enough to travel extensively with this dance, and again, this is my own personal experience. But the majority of men that are in relationships or married have been very, very upfront, and there has been no lines crossed. They haven't said anything out of the way. They haven't done anything out of the way. The dance is very just rudimentary. There's no crossing the lines whatsoever. But I think that has a lot to do with the fact that I carry myself as a lady.
I was going to say
And
that.
that's the
men
Depends on how you carry
pay
yourself.
attention to that. My mom told me when I was very young, I know we said we're not going to call names, but she don't mind. People are always watching you, and when you carry yourself with distinction, that will eliminate a lot of that stuff. And I think, again, we got to go back to the sisterhood. There are more women than men, and that's already going to create somewhat of a rub. But it's incumbent upon us to keep the playing field clean and even.
I love that.
Yes.
I'm glad you're here. She creates the balance in the room.
Yes.
Never mind.
I love that. Right, Sandra. It's the way you carry
So where are we
yourself. Right. So, I don't know. I think we may be done talking to you today. What y'all think?
Yes.
Everybody's
I-
good?
I think
that was
I
a
think we
good
addressed.
combo.
I think we've addressed the questions that that brought up, and we got to at the end of the day, let's keep it real. I think as a people, and I said in one of the other shows before, is that
Hey, snap, crack.
we have to keep it real and be honest with each other. I think when we start losing the integrity with each other, then that's when we start falling and going downhill. And I think the reality I've come to understand is that as black people, y'all know I'm going here,
That's fine.
we have to be able to communicate with each other.
Exactly.
And we don't.
And we don't.
We don't.
We rather fight about it rather than communicate about it. No, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, I'm not a fighter.
Okay.
My granddad said, boy, run, learn, run, and live to see another day.
That's right.
Now, when I come back, we got a problem. So you better give me what you got.
And then not only that, not
I'll
only
take
a
my
black
kindness for
thing,
weakness.
but then as women, we have a whole nother thing that we deal with. We're already black, but then we're women, so we have that whole thing. You know, you walking into a room, not just in a stepping set, but period. I've made it a point to speak to another sister.
Yes.
If we pass each other, we need to acknowledge each other.
Yeah.
Hello, I don't have to ask you how you're doing.
Right.
I can nod my head, I can smile, I can do something. And I would like to see this more happening in the stepping
I
community.
agree.
Again, we see each other all the time. Speak. It doesn't take but a minute to speak.
I'll tell you one thing that we're going to get ready to close this down. One thing that we have to keep in mind, though, is what I find that's funny, right? And when I see a man that's dressed well, I be like, man, that brother is dressed. But let's talk. Here we go.
Oh,
Right, we out here continue this another day. But a sister girl seems like, who she thinks she is, because she got that. Who is she?
Oh, Lord.
But a guy be like, man, you look good.
We
Now,
don't
I'm gonna tell you
have
what's
enough
funny.
time.
When I see a brother say, man, who he is, I look at him like, you need to go to the other side, because you on the wrong fence. You trying to talk to me like that, because I'm not gonna sit here and have a conversation about how this brother look good. What's the problem? So we have to learn how to be able to compliment each other. And, you know, we can't just keep beating each other up and shooting each other down just because we. Let me tell you something. At the end of the day, here's the best way to put it. Reality is, we was all born different, and we all have different mindsets. Now, I'm not saying it always gel. We talked about this before. I'm not saying it should always gel with the other person, because it depends on your background and how you grew up.
Respect each other.
You know, I have to use your perspective. If you grew up, bottom line, if you grew up in a very, very Christian home and you wasn't allowed, all your dresses, ladies, had to be at your ankles. And so therefore, when you start seeing women who got dresses above their kneecap, you shouldn't have a problem with that person. They just didn't grow up like you grew up.
Or that's what they want to wear.
Right, yeah.
I mean, now sometimes people shouldn't wear some of the stuff that they wear, but that's their thing.
Right.
I mean, that's what I'm just, that was.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, we agree that we see some things that doesn't look right in your, but again,
But that's my perspective.
your perspective, it doesn't look right on this person, but that still doesn't mean that it's wrong.
Live and let live.
We have to get to that place where we understand, stop doing as you said, and I'm gonna use one of the latest words. I'm gonna use one of the latest things. We have to stop throwing shade for no reason. If you don't like what that person is wearing, don't look at them. Ignore them.
Now, again, my experience has been a little different, and I might be an anomaly, but I promise you, from the first day I stepped on the scene, it has been nothing but love. I get complimented ad nauseum, and I give compliments as well.
Absolutely.
And if there is someone who didn't like, I wouldn't know. But I promise you, the Atlanta community, every community that I've been to, every different event that I've been to, it's been nothing but love.
I've gotten love too, but I hear it. Like, you know, I hear them saying
Right.
things about others. I've been fine. If people, you know, they say
I haven't heard.
but I've heard, you know, like,
Right.
and you can see it. You know, you can go by a table full of women and you see some woman just went by or she's on the
Right.
dance floor and they all looking and they got their fans up and everybody be hot. So they got their fans up like this and you know what I'm saying? They talk about this sister and it's like, you know, always keep in mind when you talk about somebody else, they flip around and talk about you too. So just keep it in mind.
And that's true.
That kind of stuff is
I do
what I'm
see
talking about.
women that dress risque, and y'all know
Yes,
I'm
love to
very
wear.
much eclectic with what I wear, and I wear some things that people would never ever wear. But
But you wear it well.
thank you.
This is- it's you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But you're right. I do see when a woman is dressed risque or scantily clad, and
Yeah,
but I subscribe to the notion. YOLO. You only live once.
You only live once. Girl, put it out there. You only
Seriously.
live once.
So
That's true.
if you want to spend the rest of your time not wearing your arms out or not wearing something short, or and
Worry about what somebody else.
right.
Do you, boo?
Do you?
And that's it. And
Well,
that's a good note right right there.
That's a
You only-
great
You only
hashtag.
live once.
Do
That's a
you?
good note right there. You
And
only
young
live
love.
once and live life to its fullest. Because guess what? And we're gonna get ready to bring this to a close, but we really don't honestly know what tomorrow holds. We got some dear friends that we know right today that's in a situation right now that we didn't think a few days ago they would be in. And so at the end of the day, live your life the best you know how to live it and have fun living it.
That's true. This day is supposed to be light, fun, but sometimes we make it real heavy.
Yes.
They just said you don't gossip the whole 3 hours. You don't miss all the songs. I mean,
Yeah.
now I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna gossip and say something on that beautiful thing. I could care less of them. Y'all know now that I hear this.
For those that don't know already, talking tea with Tika, she really disliked a beautiful thing because it has been played into the ground. I'm gonna tell you something. You know what? Actually, it's funny. We gotta get out of here. We gotta close it down.
We gotta go.
There was a time when you get an album that somebody man played to death. You take that thing, you crush it, you go bury it in the ground so it can't nobody find it no more. Because you don't want to hear it again. You know.
Oh my God.
But at the end of the day, we know that right now the community still loves it to death. And I just find me a way, I find an exit and go hide at the bar until it's over with.
And you'll see me somewhere talking behind a fan. I'm like, so we gonna hear tonight?
I have nothing to say on that song. I have nothing to say.
I have enjoyed our time, guys. Thank y'all so much. This was so much fun.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
All right, so tomorrow,
Yes, tomorrow.
we're still on
At
1 o'clock. Tomorrow,
Yes.
we're at the gym tomorrow.
Man, I promise you, I will be there though.
We'll be there. So we're actually with the trainer. His name is Jamie, and he's going to show some proper stretching, hydration, and things like that for us dancers. So that should be fun. I think we're going to be dressed. Are we going to be dressed out like?
Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and put on just out. Now, I'm gonna pour water on me so y'all think I'm sweating. I'm telling y'all ahead of time, that's not gonna be real sweat. That's gonna be water.
But just
All right, guys. We'll see you guys on tomorrow at
Yes.
1 o'clock. Make it a wonderful evening. Thank you for letting us interrupt you
Yes.
again.
Thank you,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you, thank you. God bless you.
Thank you for the
Bye,
love.
John.
Bye, guys. All right, he's gonna turn it off. Great, guys.